ഹായ്, ഇന്ന് നിങ്ങളെല്ലാം കാണാനും കേൾക്കാനും കാത്തിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരാളാണ് എൻ്റെ കൂടെയുള്ളത്. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ ആലോചിക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവില്ലേ, ഞങ്ങൾ എന്തിനാണ് കാണുന്നതും കേൾക്കുന്നതും? അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ ഒരാൾക്കും പരിചയമില്ലാത്തൊരു മുഖമായിരിക്കാം ഇപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ കൂടെയുള്ളത്. പക്ഷേ ആഗ്രഹിച്ച മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിൽ അഡ്മിഷൻ എടുത്ത് 665 മാർക്കിൻ്റെ തിളക്കവുമായി കോട്ടയം മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിൽ തന്നെ അഡ്മിഷൻ എടുത്ത് മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിൻ്റെ പ്രോഡക്റ്റായി മാറാൻ പോകുന്ന ബ്രില്യൻറ്റിൻ്റെ ഒരു വിദ്യാർത്ഥിയാണ് ഇന്ന് എന്നോടൊപ്പം ഉള്ളത്. ആൽവിൻ തോമസ് ആലുക്കൽ. ആൽവിന് ഒരു പ്രത്യേകത കൂടിയുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ. ആൽവിൻ്റെ ലൈഫിലെ ഏറ്റവും ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഡേ ആയിരിക്കാം ഇന്ന്. കാരണം എന്താണെന്നറിയോ, ആൽവിൻ ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ് ബ്രില്യൻ സ്റ്റഡി സെൻറ്റർ കാണുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ ആലോചിക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവാം, ആദ്യമായിട്ട് ബ്രില്യൻ സ്റ്റഡി സെൻറ്റർ കാണുന്ന ഒരു കുട്ടി എങ്ങനെയാണ് ബ്രില്യൻറ്റിൻ്റെ സ്റ്റുഡൻ്റ് ആയതെന്ന് അല്ലേ? കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷം ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഓൺലൈൻ സ്റ്റുഡൻ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു ആൽവിൻ. ഒരു ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഡിവൈസിനപ്പുറം മാത്രം കണ്ടിട്ടുള്ള ബ്രില്യൻറ്റിലെ അധ്യാപകരെയും മറ്റ് ഇവിടെയുള്ള സ്റ്റാഫിനെയും ഒക്കെ കാണാനായി ആൽവിൻ ഇന്ന് ഇവിടെ എത്തിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഒരു പക്ഷേ ആൽവിൻ്റെ ഈ ഒരു കഥ കേൾക്കുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്കും നാളെ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് ഞാനൊരു ആൽവിൻ ആയിക്കൂടാ എന്ന് തോന്നിയാൽ അത് തന്നെയാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ ഈ ഇൻ്റർവ്യൂ കൊണ്ട് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. സോ ആൽവിനിലേക്ക് പോകാം. ആൽവിൻ കഴിഞ്ഞ ഒരു വർഷം ബ്രില്യൻ്റ് കാണാതെ, ബ്രില്യൻ്റ് കേൾക്കാതെ, എന്നാൽ ബ്രില്യൻറ്റിലെ എല്ലാവരെയും കണ്ടും കേട്ടും പഠിച്ച ഒരാളാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ആൽവിന് അഡ്മിഷൻ കിട്ടിയപ്പോൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ ആൽവിന് തോന്നിയ വികാരം എന്തായിരുന്നു?
I was very happy. I was very, very happy. Getting that college, getting that seat, you dreamt of it, but getting it, finally getting into that college, going past the gates, it was a very memorable and unforgettable moment.
Okay. So, did you ever feel like that I would go to this medical college ever when you were doing your studies?
Brilliant gave all the means. They motivated us. They told that if you can dream it, if you follow what we say, you can easily get even the best college in the country. So of course I dreamt of it and I finally got it.
It was an exciting or unforgettable moment in your life.
Yes.
Right. When you actually plan to become a doctor, I have to write doctor in front of my name. That thought, when it actually came into your life?
Actually, when I was in 6th to 7th, I had a craze for robots actually.
Okay.
My brother itself wanted to go for MBBS and I wanted to become a robotics engineer. But instead he joined for engineering at Christ University, and later on he's right now studying in Germany and he graduated from there. Me on the other hand, I had a liking towards MBBS in 9th and 10th. Especially after my mom comes from duty, she would talk about some cases. She works as a nurse.
Okay.
So she would talk about today we had this case, we had that case, and she would talk a lot about that, and immediately I would be a bit interested.
Okay.
So from 9th onwards I had a liking towards it. I told my brother first, and then he finally told my parents. Then my parents already told me that okay, you have to learn too much. Of course MBBS, you're a doctor, it's a tedious job, but at the same time you like that job. So after 10th, my parents they definitely helped a lot. They helped to find the best schools first of all for 11th and 12th. So first one was Chavara Public School, Pala. I wrote the exam, I got in, and along with that was Brilliant's long-term program. I studied simultaneously with that. It was very good. The teaching was good, in-depth teaching. It was very nice. I loved it. So 11th, 12th passed. I wrote the first NEET, but I didn't get the score I required. Then I decided I'll go for repeating. Then I joined Brilliant's online repeaters program, T26 batch.
Okay.
Ajay was my coordinator and Haridha was my class teacher. Everyone was very supportive. I worked hard and finally I got the seat which I required.
So actually the first inspiration as a doctor came from your mother.
Yeah.
After that you started and you led to the life like a doctor, it seems, right? You started studying in such a way that you have to get that dreams. And how Brilliant helped you to achieve your dream?
Brilliant first of all came into my life during my 11th and 12th.
Okay.
Then after that I wrote NEET. I didn't get the score which I want.
So whenever you came Brilliant for the first time, did you ever hope that okay, this is actually what I dream, or I'll get, if I'm studying in Brilliant, definitely I'll get like that from the beginning, or while you are studying you are getting that drop, yes, I'm on the way, like that?
Well, first of all, at the beginning I didn't know much about Brilliant. My parents also didn't know much about Brilliant. Only thing is that we just see the scores. Okay, this many students got into this college, so it was a really good thing. So in beginning, at first, I felt it was a bit difficult studying too much and all. We have classes after our normal classes. So eventually, I studied that. Then midway or something especially during the rank announcement meeting, Dr. George sir, he would motivate us in such a way. Even if you got low marks, he would definitely motivate us. Tell us that this is not the final exam. That NEET originally that 3 hours or 3 hours 20 minutes is the main exam where you have to show, where you have to prove that you studied this much, your 1 or 2 years of hard work itself on that 3-hour paper. He still told that that is the most important. These exams are just stepping stones to success. So it was very helpful. I felt it was very good.
So after that you have joined for online course. Why you choose online course rather than choosing offline?
11th and 12th, first of all, it was during the time when COVID hit, 2020. So all the teachers and the principal of Chavara Public School was very helpful. They told that we provide online courses, especially for students who are overseas in the Gulf and all. So for me, it was the first new airtime experience studying online. We had first recorded classes, then live classes. So along with that, Brilliant also introduced online program. I felt it was very nice. 11th was good, 12th was also good. So with that experience also, I decided to join for the online repeaters program. Even though I wanted to go for the offline program, my mother told that you studied 11th and 12th online. So when you study offline, that sudden change will be there, and your homesickness and all those stuff. So my mother insisted that better you study online, it will be better. You will get better results and all. And I was really happy for that.
So during your online studies, which class you preferred, live or recorded classes?
During 11th and 12th, we had recorded classes, and I feel it was good.
Which one you prefer? Which is the best way? Like when you are attending the live class, you are having live to live interaction with the professors and all.
Yes.
So do you feel that is the better way, or a recorded session is comfortable? Because whenever you want to study, you can see that records and you can learn the things. So which method is better?
Live is comparatively a bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, live class, it happens within those 2 hours, and after the live class is actually the best thing, that you can ask the professors doubts then and there. It's almost like as if the professor is there itself in front of you, answering all your doubts. No matter, even if it extends to 30 minutes or something, he will still answer your doubts. Even the smallest doubt or a complex doubt or anything, he will still answer it. So live was better. At the same time, it doesn't mean recorded was bad. Recorded is also at the same time beneficial. I mean, if you forget or if you have a doubt in one particular topic, recorded classes will come during that period, that it will be beneficial during that time. You can watch that topic how many times you want. So it is very beneficial, I feel.
Okay. If you're having any doubt or anything in a particular topic, you can see
rewatch
that
it
topic again and again, and you can confirm it with that, right? So in that method of study, how e-learning app helped you?
E-learning app was also introduced wonderfully, especially during exam rank announcement meetings and all. Our coordinator and director would say that we have the e-learning app, you should study it. It's very helpful. During 11th and 12th, I didn't focus much on it. I focused rather on my board exams. But last year, I focused very well on it. And we have 4 levels basically: easy, medium, difficult, and need-based. Chapter-wise are there. Then, especially during model exams itself, there will be model paper, just like the NEET paper. So that was there till December. But January on, we had the model exams. So those were already present also. We had almost 50 to 100 preparatory model exams. I mean, initially if you see that, it would be a bit difficult.
That was more than enough to crack an exam, right?
Definitely, it was more than enough. I mean, they even told that if you go through the e-learning app, you don't need any other guide or anything. NCERT plus e-learning app is itself enough to crack NEET and get a good score.
Because their live sessions, recorded session, everything is provided, right?
After exams, there are question paper discussion.
Question paper discussions.
Very helpful.
So if you're not comfortable in a single question, you would watch again and you can understand what exactly
tips and tricks also provided.
Okay, that's really great. So when your students like you are saying like that, we are actually understanding that exactly what we are providing to the students and how it is beneficial to the students. And Alwyn, actually, can you please tell to the students who are watching to you, what was your mode of studies? Like, did you have any timetable, or you are just studying like that? What is exactly your mode of study when you are doing your online classes? Because online classes, I know that you have to be there in home, avoiding all these distractions and all, because particularly you are in home. So how you overcome the distraction? I don't know whether distraction would be there or not, but still, how you avoided all those things and how you came into the way?
Actually, first of all, talking about distractions, my parents itself provided a quiet room, such that just the laptop, me and all my books.
Okay.
No TV at all for 3 years actually, 11th and 12th included. They told that we can support you in whichever way, but you have to study.
Okay.
That's the only thing. So distractions, okay, I minimized all my distractions definitely. Online classes means you have access to YouTube, Google, and all those stuff. Watching between classes or something like that. So it has to come from within, that you wanted this course. Your parents are supporting you, your entire family is supporting you, they sacrifice too much, you're also sacrificing too much, so of course it has to come within you that...
So you were ready to sacrifice all those things what you like?
Yes.
That was the great thing actually. So this is sacrifice ആണ് ഏറ്റവും വേണ്ടതെന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾ എപ്പോഴും പറയുമ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങളുടെ കുട്ടികൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കേണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യമുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ. പല കാര്യങ്ങളും നമുക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളാണ്, ബട്ട് വൺസ് ഇപ്പോൾ ആൽവിൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ നമ്മളൊരു കാര്യം അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യാൻ നമ്മൾ തയ്യാറെടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ആദ്യം വേണ്ടത് നമ്മുടെ ഇഷ്ടങ്ങളോടുള്ള സാക്രിഫൈസ് ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, ഞാനൊന്ന് ഇൻറ്ററപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തതാണ് കേട്ടോ ആൽവിനെ. ആൽവിൻ കണ്ടിന്യൂ പ്ലീസ്.
Okay, then talking about timetable, well, I did not have any fixed timetable. Like if my timetable for one day was a particular timetable, that will be for the upcoming days. It's not like I write on a piece of paper, I stick it on the wall, nothing like that. I get up in the morning, 6 o'clock.
Still, there is a thing in your mind.
Yes.
What I have to do.
Actually, I pre-plan it a day before.
Okay.
So like
a day before you pre-plan the timetable. What I have to do the next day.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
So I get up at 6 o'clock. Then I be ready and I be in front of the laptop by 6:30. Then I attend all the classes, and maybe it may reach up to 12 or something. Then after that, I have lunch, breakfast, and etc. Then I just sit and study. And after that, if we have any upcoming exams for that week, I might spend maybe 1 or 2 hours studying for that portion itself. If it is a difficult portion, a bit more time. If it is an easy portion, a bit lesser time. So that's how it goes on. And for the next day itself, I like before sleeping, I just think that okay, I get up in the morning tomorrow, do this stuff, study for the upcoming exam, and it just goes on.
Okay, so you wrote many exams, it seems, from e-learning app as well the weekly exams, NEET model exams. So many questions you attempt. So from these questions, what you actually learned, or did that questions help you to achieve your dream or not?
Actually, the questions coming in the brilliant model exams itself are like once you make a mistake, especially that's the main thing. The more mistakes you make is the best thing actually.
Okay.
Actually, if you get low marks also, some students might feel sad and they will give up, right? But here, if you make mistakes, then only you can learn. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes during my repeating, especially the first few exams.
Learning from mistake is the strategy what you follow, like seems.
Yes.
Okay, that is the great one.
So I used to get somewhat in the 600 range, but it wasn't enough to achieve my goal. So even though my parents would also ask that, Alwyn, 11th and 12th you studied well, so why are you getting a bit low? But compared to that, mistakes, like when you make mistakes, you would take the NCRT, learn that line, and you would, especially that's what teachers are saying. Mistakes you make, you learn that line, learn that portion, it'll be in your mind itself. And in the upcoming exams also, maybe after 1 month or 2 months, when there's few chapters combined model exams, maybe that same question will come. So the mistake you made, you'll never or ever make again that mistake. So it was really
So
good.
I think all students are our students, brilliant students particularly, they are learning from mistakes, it seems, because whenever the students are joined in brilliant, they are saying that your question paper is a bit tough, we cannot able to follow up. Many students are complaining in the very beginning, but once they are following our classes and once they are understanding what exactly we mean by that questions, they would definitely tell us, ma'am, it is only because of the questions we achieved a dream. So from your case also, we are feeling the same, right? Even though you were an online student, but I think you preferred offline mode of examination while in the last month it seems, right? So what was actually why you preferred offline exams in the last months?
I mean, first of all, a competitive national exam like NEET is strictly pen and paper test. It's not something that you write behind a computer. Like you can click with the mouse, move forward, that's it. It's not like that. Instead, you have to appear there, write the exam, bubble it, and the mistakes you make while bubbling itself, you can learn it through offline practice, and that is what Brilliant provided, and I'm really grateful for that. The final 1 month, 1 or 2 months, I started writing it, especially from the first model exam itself till the final model exam, they clearly told us that all the online students, they should come and write offline to have that practice. And initially I did not have the practice during 11th and 12th, but here when I decided, okay, I will go and write the offline exam, initially yes, I got low marks in the beginning, but gradually my marks increased because the mistakes you make during bubbling, the panic you have when you're surrounded by students. I mean, in online mode of learning, you're just surrounded by four walls and a laptop and your books.
Nothing
that's
to
it.
worry about.
Nothing to worry. No one to look at. Like when you're writing an exam, you just look at yourself. But here you're looking at students. Like
somebody's writing, somebody's messing up, somebody's
yes,
getting distracted.
They're tensed and all.
Yeah,
so in a normal exam, when you see that, definitely you don't be tensed. But when you are practiced, when you learn from that, you just, only thing is that just focus on yourself. Don't think of anyone else who are around you. You just came to write your exam, this 3 hours, 20 minutes or 3 hours. Just write it and go. So just focus on yourself. Don't look anywhere. Just look at the pen, yourself and the paper. So it is very beneficial.
So even though we are preferring offline or online courses, it is better to do offline exams at least.
Yes, exams are strictly offline.
Then only we can easily crack the exam,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Alwyn, you were there in your home and you were watching the brilliant teachers' stuff, each and everyone through a tab or through a digital device. So you came here in Brilliant for our Victory Day.
Yes.
And in that moment, you have seen your mentor, class teacher, even teachers for the first time. Moreover than that, your friends, your classmates. Maybe you had contact with them through online phone and all, but still you were meeting them for the very first time in Brilliant Victory Day. How you felt that time?
First of all, seeing my friends and see my friends over there in that amazing day itself was immediately it struck in my mind that this is brilliant. This is the result of brilliant. This many students, my classmates, it's my batchmates or anything. In that.
So you were not see them before.
I haven't seen them before. I mean, like I did see them, especially.
But still, you had contact with them, some of them at least.
Yeah, I seen them during the result analysis.
Oh, okay.
Their photo, their name.
Okay.
So seeing
only
them
virtual
in live,
meetings.
yes.
Okay.
Seeing them in person itself was a different feeling. I mean, I didn't see you for 1 year, but after seeing you, it gives you that sense of joy. So it was.
Great.
It was very good. It is very good.
Alwyn, you got admission in Kottayam Medical College. Is this randomly you got selection in Kottayam Medical College, or that was your preferred medical college?
That was actually my family's preferred college, not just my own. Even my parents also used to say that if you got in Kottayam, it would have been better. I mean, there would always be someone to be with you at your side, whether if you're in distress or anything. So my parents also told that if you get Kottayam, it would have been better. And getting that itself we were jumping with joy.
So that was your first option, right?
Yes, my first option.
First
I got
option,
it.
and you got it in first allotment too.
First allotment.
That is another great achievement,
Yes.
right? The dream college and dream course, everything you achieved through your hard work.
Yes.
While hearing, I'm also feeling so proud and so happy because actually students are, when they are aiming for MBBS, okay, they'll think that, okay, anywhere, at least I have to get an MBBS seat in any one of the medical college. But your case is somewhat different. You preferred Kottayam Medical College and you got admission there and you came here to see us. Such a wonderful moment for brilliant family. So Alwyn, so many viewers are watching us. For those who are dreaming MBBS or medical colleges, what is your major advice to them to follow?
Okay, so first of all, this is not like olden times or something where MBBS is something which no one can achieve or anything. It's just that you need proper guidance, motivation, everything, and that itself I can assure you, Brilliant will provide that. All the materials, the study materials, books and all. I mean, like if you see the books, of course, in the beginning you may feel a bit scared, but eventually you will definitely fall in love with it. You will you'll go with the flow of the course, that in this entire 1 year or 2 years, they itself provide everything such that is enough for you to crack NEET. The next thing is you need to have a goal in your mind. Stay away from distractions. It's good, even though saying it in the beginning might seem a bit difficult, but once you know that what it is for, it's just like, the price is much bigger than the sacrifice. I mean, even if you sacrifice 1 year, the price of getting an MBBS seat is itself something that you can't even say. You just feel happy inside. You feel like jumping around, laughing, clapping, that you finally achieved it in this 1 or 2 years. So stay away from distractions. Then after that, listen to Brilliant. I mean, whether their motivation, all the instructions and all, I would say just follow them. If they say do this, then just do that. Don't do anything more than that. If they say this is enough, study this much, don't go anything outside the book or anything, just stick with that. And focus on your mistakes, learn from them, do your best, and that's it.
So Alwyn, when you started your studies, you told me that you were a bit tensed, and because you were for the first time in this mode of study. But I think you overcome all those things. Even if you are facing some difficulties in the early, very beginning stage, how you faced and how you overcome all those difficulties while your course is running?
11th and 12th, my class teacher was Sabu sir. He was definitely very helpful. After every exam, he would ask, how was the exam? Learn from your mistakes. Don't worry, if you make many mistakes, don't worry, you can learn from them. This is not the final exam. Then our coordinator was also very helpful. At the same time, my class teacher during my repeaters program was Harida ma'am. After every exam, she would always ask the same thing, how was the exam and all. But apart from that, she would also, before the exam, she would ask, how's the preparation going? Did you study everything? Don't worry, don't be tensed or anything. It's just one exam. Final exam is next year or in the upcoming months. But don't worry about that. You just focus on the present, and you just focus on the present. Whatever is coming, just come. If you make mistakes, don't worry, don't be sad or anything. Just focus on your mistakes and do better. Then our coordinator also, Ajay sir, especially during the result analysis, he would give very long motivation. It was very nice. My parents were like my entire family, my mom and dad, they would even sit along just to watch this entire analysis, 1 hour or 30 minutes at max. He would say the same things, even though he says the same things at every meeting, it's still good. I mean, when you hear it, you feel a sense of peace within yourself, that okay, I'm not the only one alone. I mean, like when you're online, you just feel like you're alone. You have this problem only with yourself.
You are thinking that all others are getting good marks and
yes,
I'm not getting good marks.
I'm the only one who's getting low marks. Okay. But when Ajay sir says that everyone gets the same thing, don't worry about that. We itself have a sense of okay, so yes, this happens to others. So he motivates us very nicely. Then comes our director was George sir. Even though he comes for 10 minutes or something, that motivation itself was the best actually.
That was more than enough. The 10 minutes is more than enough.
Yeah, that 10 minutes was actually more than enough. He would say, okay, he first of all he would congratulate all the toppers. Then he would talk to generally everyone. He would say whether you get high marks or low marks, this exam is not the final exam. It's that 3 hours, 20 minutes in that particular month or next year, where you have to show your how much you improved, your 1 year or 2 years of dedication, hard work. That is where you have to prove. So if you get low marks, don't worry, study, learn from your mistakes, do better in the upcoming exam. And he would always motivate us, like, and there were some students who sometimes call him and say, sir, I got low marks. He would even address that in the meeting, that one student called today or the previous day and told me this problem. He would always share the problems with us and tell us that he'd give the solution for everyone. Even though it's one person's problem, the solution is for everyone, every student over there.
But all think that to me, he's speaking, it is my problem, it is my problem.
Yes, it is my problem itself. And maybe what that student asked might actually be your problem itself. That he would say, strictly learn NCERT, learn biology, chemistry, physics, practice more problems. So I feel it was very happy about that.
So along with your hard work, brilliant study material, brilliant mentorship, and our e-learning app, everything helped you, it seems, right? So I'm also so happy to hear that as a teacher. I'm a proud teacher now, because whenever we are teaching in class, we didn't know that much about the students and all. Even for online classes and all, I taught you, but I didn't know who you are. But once you're coming back and saying that, ma'am, I got admission in medical college and all, really goosebumps, because this is the moment actually we are dreaming of when we are teaching a student. So Alwyn, all the very best for your bright future, because you have achieved what you dreamt, right?
Yes.
So in future also, whatever the things you are expecting, let God give you all the things what you dream. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
എൻട്രൻസ് സംബന്ധമായ വാർത്തകളും അപ്ഡേഷനുകളും ഏറ്റവും വേഗം ആധികാരികമായി അറിയാൻ ബ്രില്യന്റ് സ്റ്റഡി സെന്റർ പാല യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക, ബെൽ ഐക്കൺ അമർത്തുക, ഈ വീഡിയോ മറ്റു സുഹൃത്തുക്കളിലേക്ക് മാക്സിമം ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുക.